she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer.
Don't be fucking
with.
lying. You
Nigga.
know you be calling him a straight up fucking nigga.
Everybody, and welcome to your internet friends. You already know who the fuck we are, so we're going to introduce our very special guest. He is the ageless wonder. He is the man with the golden voice. It is BlackGuyTV. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty
good.
Could be better.
I mean, Ben's probably having a shitty day, but other than that makes me happy.
See, tomorrow is my birthday, and I guess this episode will be probably released on my birthday, and I made some delicious brownies for my sisters to thank them for all the
pot brownies.
For my fucking... They were not pot brownies, and stop making your stupid fucking edgy jokes, you 6-year-old fuck. Anyways, the brownies were very delicious. They were fudge flavored, very tasty. And I stayed up till 6 in the morning to make them because I forgot to buy brownie mix and had to go to the Vons like the moment it opened up. Anyways, I made the fucking brownies and I left them out. And my dad, in his fucking geniusness, was like, "Oh, the cats are going to get to the brownies, so I put them in the oven because the girls are going to look in the oven." And they didn't fucking look. And I wake up at 2 goddamn p.m. and they haven't fucking had any brownies. It makes me
You're
pissed.
editing this out, just so you know.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Ben,
Did they eat any of the brownies at all?
They did after I fucking showed them where they are.
But,
Alright, so, Therese, I'm gonna ask you the exact same thing I asked Drag.
How big is your
Why
dick?
how the fuck, no, Ben, why the fuck do you attract so many crazies?
Okay, well, it's kind of a long story. Basically, like when I was kind of like, I guess you could say when I was like deconverted and I started watching like TJ and Dusty Smith and Matt Dillahunty, all those guys.
Yeah.
Classics.
I remember Dusty before he went crazy.
Yeah, I was watching those guys.
Yeah.
And then I started watching DP and I kind of like, stumbled across, Gman on there,
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of been like silently watching him for like almost 10 years, and then I found Drag and other people. And then I think I used to post video game content, and probably if I had kept doing it, I'd probably have like a decent sized channel, but life got in the way,
Mm-hmm.
And then recently I always knew about G-Man. I was always watching him, but then that's when the whole Shanny G-Man thing, she started dropping those N-bombs and stuff,
Oh,
and
God.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start making videos again, and it just blew up for me.
I wouldn't just describe what Shanny did as N-bomb. She dropped N-nuclear bombs. She was dropping the N-bomb like it was going out of style.
Agreed. And then whenever you brought it up to her, she'd defend her behavior, and it was just like, oh.
But either that or she'd say, I always said it to one person one time. It's like, no, bitch. You caught on camera saying at least, I'd say, 20 or 30 times?
Mm-hmm.
That's on the conservative side. She is very racist.
The only time I've ever seen someone use that word and get legitimately forgiven for it was TJ back in the day when he made that one video where he said like "fuck your god" and then dropped the N-bomb.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
But he's like vehemently apologized for it.
Yeah.
Wait, did he not use it in a racist context?
No, he just I think I'm not sure if he did or not. I don't even know if the person he was addressing was black, but he was like, it could have been no, it definitely wasn't G-Man, but it was ADP. It was like 2008, 2009 TJ, so like early YouTube TJ.
Oh yeah.
Still had the fucking still had Page Boy TJ hair.
Yeah, Page Boy
But he shouted,
Classic.
"Fuck your god."
Never.
Don't say it.
Redacted by YouTube video.
Don't worry. I'll replace every time that you say N-word with the VTubers saying the N-word in GTA 5.
What?
I will
So
kill
it's
you.
not, it's not. Wait, no. It's not us saying the word. It's Japanese girls who don't understand what it means.
Wait, there's Japanese girl who's just shout the N-word? Oh my god.
Oh, no. Okay, so there's this scene in GTA 5, where, like...
Can we stop with that?
No, we're gonna start with this and we're gonna end it. You fucking cretin. Anyways, there's
I
a scene.
do wanna
There's
hear
a
the
scene
story.
in GTA 5 where there's like this interaction between two of the main characters, and he says like, why don't you fucking get a better? He goes on like this whole tirade about why don't you get a better haircut, you fucking loser bitch, and then he ends it with like singing the N-word, going like,
nigga.
but he sings the N-word. Yeah, they don't have a translation for it, so whenever the VTuber girls, and many VTuber girls have played the GTA 5 story mode, whenever the VTuber girls hear the N-word being sang, they mimic it, going like, you know?
They just sing along with it. Oh
yeah,
my
they
God.
sing along with it, and so I can now replace every time I say
Nigga.
which I'm not actually saying
Say something to you.
with every different time a VTuber is saying the N-word. Anyways, so continue. Sorry.
Therese, I'm sorry about my
That kind
idiotic
of
friend here.
Nah, it's all
The
good.
concept of Japanese, of like small Japanese e-girls basically singing
Nigga.
terrifies me.
It's really
And I'm white.
It's really cute. Anyways, we're
Alright,
distracting from our
alright,
friend guest
alright,
here.
alright. Alright, so you see G-Man, you know, and you keep an eye on him over the years. Like, I did a little bit. I kept a little watch on him to see what crazy shit he was doing.
Mhm.
My main, like, probably at the height that I was dealing with him, rather than I am now personally, was the whole eviction saga, which, if you haven't watched, Dragnot Silvus, friend of the show, has a great series on. Go
I've
watch
seen
that
some of
shit.
it.
Oh, really?
It's real good.
I'll have to check that out.
It's hilarious. But after that, I mean, like, I've noticed G-Man has these cycles, you know, similar to the Brett Keane cycles. It's like whenever he said all that stupid shit on DP a couple days ago, and now where is he at?
Away from the internet.
Well, he does have something planned for the 30th on his main channel. Something about Black Hebrew Israelites, but
Yeah, well,
which is funny.
what happens
you
is
say?
he's getting a lot of hate because of what he
Even
said.
Channy,
Yeah.
Channy gave him a chance to walk it back,
Exactly.
and it's like,
Well, did you see
Jesus, man.
what was, hold on, let me look it up real quick. There's a video. Let me see.
Was
there's
this
a-
whenever he said all the transphobic and homophobic shit?
Yes.
Not surprised. You know, actually, I say not
Wait.
surprised, but I'd actually be less surprised of that coming from Shanny than G-Man.
Yeah, wait, he was saying a bunch of fucking transphobic shit? Sorry, I'm
And homophobic.
He
Yeah.
basically said that he was going to kill if he ever basically fucked a chick and he found out she had a dick. He'd beat her with a baseball bat and spend 30 years in prison. Something about lighting up on
he'd
fire.
have,
I don't condone murder situation, but if you got a dick when I'm expecting a vagina, I mean, pretty much that warrants immediate execution.
What's the word for there's a word for that, isn't there? It's like
yeah, no, I know that
it's not just there's an actual term for it.
There's the I know that trans panic was the situation, but I forget what.
You know, it's gay panic. That's it.
Oh,
Gay
gay
panic.
panic. Okay.
Gay
Yeah.
panic.
Oh yeah,
Gay
that's it.
panic.
Yeah, the worry that you have become gay because you were attracted to a
so basically-
trans woman.
Oh man.
There are, you know, it's terrifying how many people that are, like, if you look into like
Yeah,
murders of trans people, and it's literally gay panic caused psychotic rage.
yeah.
Mhm.
Actual murders
how-
have been justified through that. It's really sick. Nice of you to joke about that, Brett Keane. Big
They
two
should,
thumbs
they
up on that
shouldn't
one.
they shouldn't just
Yeah.
they shouldn't justify it, but like Jesus Christ, like how internally homophobic and how homophobic do you have to be to the idea of accidentally having gay sex?
Irish,
Have a
Irish,
psychotic meltdown.
listen,
You're talking about
Irish,
the fucking.
we think that Irish, we think, and Dries, if you think that you can back me up on this, I think that G-Man secretly is bi-curious because if you remember
Oh,
the
no,
gay gangbait
There's
rape
no secret thing
stream he
about
had.
that. There's nothing secret about it. He's bi-curious. I can smell it on him all the way from Ireland.
Yeah, but like, what was the dream though? Like, there was a guy in a
him getting
bathroom.
like fucking
Oh
deep.
my god.
Him getting pounded from the front and back in a bathroom.
And
And the
they
guy
were
was
giggling.
cackling. Yeah,
They would
it's
be,
like, man, listen, if you want to fuck a dude, fuck a dude. I don't care.
there were
Just
these
you know,
starving
be honest with
there were
yourself.
these starving African Christians, and God sent me to them to feed them with my.
There's no
but they were
starving
men.
African children.
But they
Oh
were
yeah, that's
men.
what he. That's the most famous G-Man phrase of all time. There's no starving African children. Holy
Oh
shit.
yeah.
No,
So,
they were
Gary,
no
how does that
starving
feel
African
knowing that's gonna be your-
Christians.
That's what we're dressing.
I said, so Gary, how do you know? Gary, how do you feel knowing that that's going to be your legacy and probably a video of you getting beat up by G-Man in a video game?
How do you feel knowing that our podcast is always about us interrupting our guests and never letting them speak?
No,
actually, we only did that like one time.
Yeah. But so, Dries, how did you end up finding Shanny? Was it through G-Man or was it through another? Because I know that DP covered her.
yeah, I know. Like once again, like through them, I saw her talking about how she thought the moon was a light source. You know, I'm
That
like,
was
what?
the oldest recollection I've had as well.
Exactly. And so I didn't really pay too much mind. I just thought she was just another kook, you know. And then I would hear, and when I started following drag, I hear him, mention her every so often. And I don't know, I wasn't interested in her stuff because she was just saying like, just like delusional stuff. So I wasn't interested. But as soon as the eviction saga happened and she started dropping those N-bombs, I'm like, well, what? And that's
Shit
kind
got
of
serious.
Nice.
yeah, exactly. Basically, I'm like, oh hell no,
Oh yeah, now like have you seen those videos where like even her mother? Now her mother's a lot like her, but her mother has come out and basically accused her of being a piece of shit. Then she'll go back and say not to bully her daughter. Then she'll say that her
Yeah.
daughter's a piece of shit again. The one thing that I've never gotten about their whole relationship is like Rev was a millionaire. Let me put that in context. Was a millionaire. You think that he could have found a better gold digger?
Yeah. See, but he's never been with a woman. So now that he
That's
has,
true.
I genuinely think he's like in love with her. I really do think he is. Because I don't know about you guys, but the first woman I ever was with, I was like madly in love with her, So
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
I kind of pity
Yeah,
him
but,
in that
like,
sense.
Oh my god. Like, have you guys seen that that old Alex Jones clip of him calling in
Yes.
about the
No.
male vitality product? Yeah, he was. I'll try to find it and I'll send it to you in DMs later. If I can, he called in to the Alex Jones show back whenever he was still allowed on YouTube. Yeah, and he was saying about how all of Alex's male vitality products worked and how he was feeling great.
See, that just makes me pity him, though. I feel like he just has no experience with
Ironically enough,
sexuality
then
and, pride.
Ironically enough, that was around the same time he got that trust fund. So yeah, of course he'd be feeling great.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
If he wasn't such a racist, I'd feel bad for him too,
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh
That.
no!
Well, I thought it was only Shanny who engaged in the.
Oh
no.
no! Rev is racist. This shit.
Oh well, then fuck.
Rev has admitted to growing up in like what I can only describe as like a Klansman type atmosphere.
Really?
He self-admitted that too.
And he says it proudly?
No,
No.
he just mentioned it.
Yeah, he mentioned it like recently, actually.
Oh,
and
when Shanny started doing her when she started doing her freaking Cecil McFly review, I think that's when he admitted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Therese, me and you are from the South. We know that that's unfortunately a horrible part of history.
Mm-hmm.
But he should have known. You don't talk about that group. Like fucking hell. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh god, he's so stupid. It makes my brain hurt.
He's just confirming what people already think. No, like
Yeah.
I hate to say this, like Shanny's mom could come out and talk, but Shanny didn't. Shanny had to learn that from somebody. It had to be her parents or some family member that was saying that stuff in her.
Oh yeah, like Drag Drax told us something similar. He said that he keeps her mom at arm's length.
Yeah, and she even said it on one of her videos when she was talking about life of a free spirit or whatever. She was like, and she was talking about these like, these 4 teens that like black teens that like was like torturing this like mentally ill.
I remember that. Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, when I saw that in my house, we would just say automatically that effing N." I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Who's that? Who else is in her house?"
I mean, like, I feel
the
bad
maid,
for her
the slaves.
kids. Like, just imagine her kids if they're hearing this type of language.
That is how it ends up just being still spread to our next generations, is the stubborn fucking racists who just won't fucking stop.
And this is a white Southern cop saying this. Shanny, you have no fucking excuse.
Yeah, no. I mean, he kills black people every day for fun, but you
Shut up,
don't say the
Ben.
N-word.
Jesus.
No. I grew up I grew up in a ghetto. Like, literally, one of the very few things I do every now and then is I'll go back in my old neighborhood where my godson's father is, and I'll pull up in my police car,
And kill a
and
black
he'll throw
person-
me a basketball.
Kill a black
Shut
person
up,
just
Ben.
like the good old days.
I mean, that's good. You know, have
No,
good
but he'll-
relationships with
Yeah,
people,
no,
but,
community
you know.
outrage.
Oh yeah, but like, no, but this is just a little fun story time here. He threw me the basketball. I literally caught it, swished it, got back in my car. I got a text message not 30 minutes later saying, "You're a fucking dick."
Hey,
I
I'm
and I
better at this
responded,
than you. Have a nice day.
"Yeah." I just responded, "I'm just teaching my god kids how to play basketball since their dad can't."
Oh wow, damn, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, Peyton."
Oh wow, that's
Uh,
funny.
No, but I've known those guys since I was 5 years old. You know, those are my brothers. I never had any physical sibling,
Okay.
so those guys are like my brothers. You know, I grew up around them.
See, we know how to respect black people, unlike a certain Shanny.
Yeah, that's true. Shani, is really, really disrespectful to black. She's really, really disrespectful. to
Isn't
everyone
that
who doesn't
right,
toe her
black
line.
person?
Yes, yes,
Thank
it
you.
is.
See?
And now all we need to do is have her be anti-Semitic, and we can ask Ben that. Isn't that right, Jew?
Alright, listen, I'm not gonna say this is like the Holocaust is happening again on this channel, but I am going to say that I'm splitting ties with this podcast right now, and everyone should know that these
You
filthy
threatened to
anti-Semites...
kill me 3 times during this podcast. I don't want to hear your shit right now.
I didn't threaten to kill you because of your race, you fucking anti-Semite. No, I'm kidding.
Watch out! If you say
You're
Jew
the
3
instruments
times,
in the
Sam the
rain.
scientist will come in here.
Oh God, no, not
Just
Sam.
up
All
here.
right,
Did someone
no,
say
I love
Jew?
Sam.
You know,
I love Sam. He's great. Jesus, but so like going upon that, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I wonder what they're going to end up doing in the future, because obviously this had to have damaged their relationship to some extent. You would think, but then again, it's these people. You never
That's
really
true.
fucking know.
That's
they it seems like they just they build bridges and burn them, you know, every so often whenever they need to. So it's just it's
those-
strange.
one of those...
Sounds like a certain individual.
situation.
Yep. Good old G-Man. I was watching some G-Man stuff today because there's a couple videos he addresses me in that I didn't do anything about. So I might have to
Ooh,
do some of that real soon, you know.
nice.
Therese, I actually want to go over your appearance on Shanny's live stream
Ooh, special guest
okay.
star.
like 2 weeks ago. All right, so what exactly happened? How did you end up getting into that room? Because I know that there was a sock account the day beforehand or something like.
Okay, let me see. I forgot what happened before that, but I think. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. I was in a. She's so stupid. I can't believe she still hadn't realized, and she still hasn't blocked my black person sock. She still hasn't. I can still go in and chat right now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. You would think so. Anyways, so I was in my sock and I was like, oh, you know, this guy named BlackGuyTV was talking about you. You know, check out his video. He has a video, and so I guess she did, and then so the so then I don't know if she mentioned it on that episode or the next day, or she mentioned it later on the day I told her to. No, it was the next day. So it was the next day. I think she said something about it, and then she started talking about how like, oh, you know, I support Black Lives Matter. And, you know, these cops here, or, you know, they're supposed to be in Japan, but she's like, in Colorado, the cops are
Colorado, Japan.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just moving all around, you know, all these Americans.
Tokyo, Denver's gonna be next.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like, she was talking about all the cops are racist here and all sorts of stuff. So then she was like, I dare somebody come in here and tell me I'm lying. And like, I was listening to it and I was just like sitting on the couch playing video games. I'm like, oh shit. So I just run to my computer and I get on it and I get on my regular, exactly. And I got on my regular channel and I jumped on hers. And then that's when you hear her like, oh, this black guy TV wants to come in here. He's been trying to clout chase me and all that other stuff. So I was like, you told me to come in here to debate your racism. So that's what I did. And then it just went from there. You know?
And then what about the video that you put in the private chat that you were talking about on one of your streams?
Okay, well, a couple channels have the Geek Room has it, Doc Savage has it, and I think another person has it. It slips my mind at the moment.
Is it Burnt Toast?
Maybe she might have it, but there's a video that's like cut up where she tries to attack Dragnot, saying he like failed the black stereotype, which when he's actually the opposite.
I've seen that. I've seen it.
Jesus
That one.
Christ.
And it has her saying, dropping, N-bombs, not just on G-Man, but other people than G-Man.
I love.
So
I really do love how the wide acceptance of the Black Lives Matter movement has gotten movement has gotten like so many people to like just come out now who are normally like just spouting the N-word or whatnot to act like they fucking support black people's issues. Like, yeah, no, I respect the Black Lives Matter movement. Those fucking deserve to not be killed in the streets by the cops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As a cop, I second that minus the N-word part.
Yeah, but so I was like, yeah, play it. And I know she can see the live chat because now that I've been messing around with StreamYards, when somebody like sends you a thing, you see the little icon on the side, and she acted like I never said, see, he's lying, he didn't put it there. I'm like, how am I supposed the same thing when I talked to G-Man that day on Drag's channel. He's like, show this. I'm like, how am I supposed to do it? This is in my room. What are you talking about? Just show it. I'm like, even if I did put in a live chat, well, I did put something in a live chat, which Drag played later on, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, she saw that and just lied and then kicks me out.
I mean,
It's like, I've always wondered, like, what the fuck is going on with G-Man? Like, taking walks at 3 o'clock in the morning at parks.
I can tell you.
oh really?
Let's do it.
Okay, because since I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I never really used to watch G-Man stuff. I used to just watch him on other people's stuff or like through Drag. But since now I'm making and since I'm making content on him now, I have no choice but to watch his stuff.
I pity you.
So have you guys seen his little encounter with FabFitGeeky? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why don't you give us a little description for us?
Well,
ignorance.
Okay, well, he went on Drunken Peasants, said the nasty stuff that he did. And so I guess people, I don't know if I guess people was bringing it to her attention because he's kind of soft on her. He like, her and Shanny are like real nice to FabFitGeeky. And so she reviewed a little bit of it. And then G-Man came in the room and he did his, he went full G-Man, of course. And for some reason, he, like, I don't know, he's not as nasty to women as he is to men, So she was making him shut up and be quiet and have a dialogue. And he didn't like it. So eventually he left and he started making a video. Of course, because, he lives in a basement hovel. He doesn't have any good internet connection. So he just goes outside and he's talking on his phone. And he literally says it like, oh, I had to come out here because, people are sleeping. I can't talk too loud. So he's like,
he lives in a basement.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he does. Like whenever you see pipes and like switches.
So
wait a minute. Like, is it a relative's house, or is he just like squatting?
So a man whose
no, it's a relative house.
So a man whose career is based off of the internet can't even create like a setup to record videos in his own.
No, Ben, you're wrong. His career is stacking blue barrels.
Yes, he's a barrel.
For under the table.
Oh, he's a Donkey Kong man. I see.
Basically.
Barrels at plumbers. I got you.
Actually, and if you ever watch his video and there's a blue wall behind him, he's in a internet cafe, by the way.
Oh, yeah, like I remember one time I was trolling him in his comments. I'm like, "Hey Gary, the IRS is gonna come for you. You get paid under the table. When was the last time you did taxes?" And he's like, man, and he's just like, who's this troll? And so I changed the name of the account really quick to the IRS.
He probably believed it
This
too.
is the official IRS Discord.
Some atheist called the IRS on me, and yeah, I could hear
The
him.
IRS. They joined my Discord chat. They started telling me legal shit.
Yeah.
How'd they know?
Tell me to pay taxes.
I should.
Gary Moore, give the one to Caesar what is Caesar's.
Gee, man.
Yeah, but like the maddest I've seen Shanny actually was whenever we had our friend Penultima. He found. I told him, I said, "Hey Penn, I got an idea. Go look up the number for Boulder County CPS in Colorado." He's like, all right. He posted in her chat. I swear I saw her face like contort sideways like The Exorcist.
Really?
Yeah, because that's when they got it. They were in Boulder County whenever they had it called on them. So I'm like, you know what? Because it was like 5 of us in the general chat here just fucking with her. I'm like, you know what? Go put the CPS number in there and just see what she does. She looked at it, and I swear, if looks could kill, I'd be dead right now. We all would be.
Yeah, she's not a fan of the police at all. But because she likes to assault people, apparently. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, I know. Like the one time.
Oh, yeah.
The one time I spoke to her, I said, yes, hello, my name is Officer. I didn't give her my real name. I just gave her Nightmare. I'm like, yeah, I work in South Carolina. Didn't give her a fucking county because I don't want her calling my job. I said, yeah, so a lot of the things you're saying about my profession is actually untrue. She's like, oh yeah? How? I'm like, all right, I'll break it down for you. So
this was after the Black
Wait,
Lives
when was
Matter
this?
protests. You she was saying that stuff.
oh
Black Lives
god,
Matter,
this
and you were
was
like,
this was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it's still up. She probably deleted it by now. But I go through there. I'm like, all right, you're wrong on this, this, and this. And she's like, okay, prove it. I'm like, all right, hold on 1 second. So not only do I get the Department of Justice statistics, not only do I get the FBI statistics, I contacted a buddy of mine who works with the feds. And I'm like, hey, can you get me some stats on this? He's like, yeah, sure. And so, like, within about 15, 20 minutes, he faxed me over about 5 or 10 pages proving that she was wrong. I just started reading it off, and she kicked me.
Oh yeah, of course. You can't tell a narcissist they're wrong about anything.
No.
Yeah, same thing with Steve McRae.
Nightmare with.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know that's a big thing in Drag's chat too, but I haven't really interacted with Steve. I know about the non sequitur stuff, but I don't know. Whenever I watch a Steve video, I get bored, So.
I mean, Steve pretends to be an intellectual, but I remember they're trying to start up this new channel, him and this Christian, and they calculated how much money it would take for them. What was it, like a year, right? Came out to something like 29.3. And somebody literally put in the comments, "Doesn't Kyle owe you like 60,000? Can't you just pay for this shit yourself?" And they were blocked.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about him talk. People mentioned. I think because I watched Nate's stuff about illegal stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
love
him
Nate.
mentioning something like that. Yeah, Nate's cool and stuff. So yeah, man, Nate's blowing up too, man.
He is, man. Like Nate deserves it.
Yeah.
Like I love how like Nate one time paid for Gman a bus ticket home. He's like, "I'm your god now, Gman."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah. What was it? That was when Oh yeah. Also, when he had that UTI and it ended up in the hospital, he calls 2 atheists. He doesn't call no Christians to come check him out.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very ironic. But then he'll go and talk shit right afterwards, like, "Oh, Nate, you gave Jack not my information." Derp, derp, derp. I'm like, oh, God, shut up, man. He don't know when to shut up.
That definitely
I
is
know.
G-Man's biggest problem.
I challenged him to an MMA fight. I said, "Listen, G-Man, I'll meet you halfway. I'll come to Philadelphia. We'll find a gym, and the winner walks out with $500, and the other one has to denounce their faith. I don't have one, so I win either way. And he's like, no. And just for like context, I'm a fucking purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Wow. Okay.
I've been taking kickboxing for 7 years, so, and I wrestled from 6th grade all the way through high school.
Damn. Yeah, G-Man's a bitch, though. I mean, he would even if you didn't know how to fight, he still wouldn't do it. You know, like you would.
Oh no, like it reminds me of the Brett Keane challenge from back in the day.
Oh my god,
It's like I'll fight any atheist,
Can I?
and then Tommy from the block is like, "Yeah, man, I'm first." Go ahead.
Can I do the?
Go ahead.
Here's what you're gonna do. What's gonna happen is you're gonna come to my house. We're gonna shake hands. My beautiful wife Dorn is gonna cook us a lovely roast dinner, and then after that we have some pecan pie or something chocolate cake for dessert. We're gonna go out to my backyard, and we're gonna beat the piss and the shit out of each other.
You're gonna go to my backside, you're gonna stick it in there, and we're gonna have a nice time, alright?
No, that's Excalibur Kane. Are you aware of that, BlackGuyTV? Are you aware that Brett Kane's son is actually called Excalibur Kane?
And that his son's ex-fiance did an AMA on the DP Facebook page.
Oh, really?
His name is Excalibur, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. That is how desperate for attention
Not only that,
Stallion Kane is.
not only that, Brett almost became a grandfather because in the AMA that his son's ex-fiance did, she said that Brett made him break up with her after she had a miscarriage, and Dawn knew before he did. So he beat Dawn, and he told his son, either you go with her, or, you could stay here. And she also said that he used to listen to them fuck in the other room, which is really creepy.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Wow.
She also said his house smells like cat piss.
That's also not a surprise.
Not surprised about that either. So he said that he assaulted her?
He assaulted Dorn. And she said that he used to assault his son until his son got big enough to whip his ass, then he stopped.
Yeah, like most abusers. Yeah, they're scared to get their ass whooped. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, like I've had to deal with a couple of domestic violence calls the past 2 weeks.
Oh, you have? How bad?
Oh yeah.
What if you stop beating all those people?
Well-
you won't have to.
Well, I mean, most of the time it's usually just meth addicts going at it, and I'm like, God damn it, this shit again. All right, break it up.
All right, y'all, stop chewing on his neck. Oh Lord.
Knock it off, God damn it! I'm gonna get the taser. Usually, whenever you say like you're gonna grab something, as soon as they hear that from a cop, they're like, "Oh shit, okay," and they fucking stop.
You got more patience than me. I don't know how I couldn't do it. I'd be like, that's probably why I'm.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a family of basically surrounded by lawyers and cops. Like my grandmother used to work for God, I hate admitting this because the guy's politics are awful, but she used to be Lindsey Graham's paralegal when he had a law office here near Clemson, South Carolina. But yeah, so I grew up around this shit, but plus I have some meth addicts in my family that I have to deal with constantly. I just tell them to fuck off, or I swear. I told my one cousin, I said, listen, you don't fuck off, I'm going to have your car towed. You can't do that. Oh, yeah, watch me make one phone call.
Man, everybody got somebody in their family, a junkie, or fucking a drunk or something, so.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but however, there is one thing I will not arrest people on, and that is weed. If I see people with marijuana in their car, I'm just like, just put it in the glove box. Because I'm in South Carolina. Weed's still illegal here.
Oh.
It needs to get to a point where it's not. It's getting a little ridiculous now,
It's pretty dumb.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I was a weed dealer in high school.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and within 5 years, I go from that to being a police officer.
Nice.
How the tides turn.
Oh God, yeah. So,
Good.
So, Dries, have you ever had any run-ins with Brett directly?
No, never with Brett King, never. I just sat by on the sidelines watching Paul expertly make fun and copy. Shit, I still got a compilation on my channel, like all the Brett King encounters that they had.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the channel who made it. They I think he striked it down, but they brought him back. And whenever I'm let's say I'm not feeling too happy, I'll sit down and watch some of that, and that just cheers me right up.
Yeah. Oh God, I heard Brett's back on Discord, and Drag told me whenever I go in there to talk to Brett, for some reason he immediately shuts up.
I would love to hear that. I've never heard them two encounter each other, so I would like to actually hear that.
Neither have I, but I would love to set up a debate between those two.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Brett
geez.
is so dishonest, man. It's not funny, man. But he likes to be that when he's talking to you. If he's in his room, I've noticed he's like this warrior, and just like Gman and Shanny, I'll kick you and tell you to shut up. But one thing I'll give him when he's in somebody else's room, he's very cordial. You ever notice that?
I have. But, Dries, do you remember the old story that Brett told about the atheist vampire on Elder Scrolls?
Yes.
You're talking to the atheist vampire.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. He stole his shit.
Yeah, because here's what happened, right? I asked around the DP. DP had like a PS4 community. I'm like, hey, does anybody know Brett Keen's username? You're like, yeah, man, here you go. I contact him. I was playing ESO at the time. I was probably a sophomore in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, Brett, I'm a big fan of yours. I could turn you into a vampire. Oh, that sounds like a deal to me. And so I do it. I take his money and I leave. And I'm like, he's not going to make a video on this. He made a video one. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, dude, so you got to hear Paul sitting there praising you about that.
Oh, yeah, God. And then, after that, do you remember how he said that he had somebody else that came and did it for free?
Yeah.
That was my buddy, and he didn't do it for free. He charged him, and he didn't even do it right. Oh, yeah, but back to the whole atheist fight challenge. I remember whenever Tommy from the Bronx was, the first one to be like, oh, yeah, I'll fight your ass, Brett. What'd you hear then?
You might have some health problems. Yeah, okay.
Tommy from the Bronx could throw Brett Keane across the fucking cage.
I wouldn't mess with Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's intimidating.
Yeah.
Tommy's the teddy bear.
Exactly.
He's a
that's
nice
what he is.
guy, but I wouldn't fuck with him.
He's like a mother bear. Stay on his good side or fuck you up.
Remember when Tommy was pissed at what's that, Joseph Martelli?
Yes, in the DP meetup, and he starts following him.
Remember how Joseph Martelli ran away like a little rat whenever Tommy from the Bronx and TJ came after him?
Yeah, yeah. TJ is a giant, so I don't blame him.
What is he, like
TJ is 6'7". He's
Jesus.
6'7".
What a fucking Sasquatch of a man.
He's a tank.
Yeah.
Just for context, that's about an inch shorter than LeBron James.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I just realized fat, disgusting, hairy, 6'7".
He's not Bigfoot. Don't go there.
Is
Wait a
TJ
minute.
the
Are you calling
TJ the
Bigfoot
skunk ape?
fat?
No, but 300, 400 pounds. Is TJ the skunk ape?
He might be the skunk ape.
That's basically just Florida's the Everglades version of Bigfoot.
Hold on, we don't want to make any confirmed claims. We are very respectful of the cryptozoological industries. We will not be,
You know what? Fuck that. Fuck it. Dries, you're from Florida. Have you ever been to the Everglades?
Actually, I'm from New York, but I live in Florida.
Okay, my bad. Have you ever been to the Everglades?
I've been here long enough. I'm basically a Floridian, but have I been to Everglades?
You ever
No.
encountered the skunk ape? Black guy
Oh,
TV?
fuck. Never mind then.
Why?
Have you ever encountered the skunk ape? Black guy TV? Ever seen the three-toed ape of the Florida Everglades?
What? The swamp ape.
Bigfoot.
The
Bigfoot.
swamp ape. The swamp
Yeah,
ape.
yeah, there's a brand of beer here called Swamp Ape, but no.
Oh, I've had that.
Yeah,
It's actually
I've heard rumors because I know there's like a lot of snakes that got released into the Everglades, but I also heard that there was like chimps.
Particular pythons.
Yeah, but I also heard there was like chimps that got like let out into the Everglades by like people who.
They broke out of a zoo, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the last thing Florida needs is. I was going to say the last thing Florida needs is chimps living in the
I
Everglades.
disagree.
Fucking kids will start going missing.
I disagree. Florida needs to be like the new Australia, just everything deadly.
It already is.
Do you want chimpanzees
You
on
just-
bath salts eating your children?
Yes, and if you stumble into the Everglades, you gotta escape the gators, you gotta escape the fucking mosquitoes, you gotta escape the chimps. You gotta escape everything. Make the
Got
Everglades
rattlesnakes
just
here,
a
too.
fucking.
Oh yeah, like my dad. My stepdad was. You wanna know what's funny, Therese? My stepdad actually has a very similar story to you. He's from New York State. He's from Albany. That's where he was born, but he was raised in Pensacola.
Oh, okay. He's a Florida boy. Yeah, I came down here when I was a teenager though, so I got like a little half and half, you know.
Aw.
But yeah.
Have you ever met any Florida men?
Yeah, I mean, I think I work with a bunch of them actually. Like one guy was like, he was telling me a story. He's a nice guy. But I can tell he got a temper. But he said like something happened with his kid at school with the what are the cops called that are stationed at
Truancy
school?
officers.
Yeah, the truancy officer. And I don't know what happened, but he said he was so mad he almost crashed his truck through the fucking police department. I'm like, yeah, that would have been a bad idea, you know?
Yeah, yeah. By the way, in our line of business, we call them desk jockeys.
Death jockey. Okay. But yeah, he was telling some crazy story like that. I'm like, yeah, Corbett, that wouldn't have been a good idea if you did that.
No. Especially because you'll probably have like 20 cops pointing assault rifles at you. Get the fuck out of the car! Get out of the car!
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I don't remember what he said it was. He's a little nuts, so probably whatever happened, it was something reasonable, and he's taking it to the nth degree, you know. But he's a little nuts. You know, he thinks like people are following him at work and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta work with this motherfucker.
Is he like one of those group stalkers things? Like, oh man, these people are following me everywhere.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yes.
Rev thinks that he's a targeted individual, doesn't he?
Yes. Poor Rev, man.
That's a
He
sad
wasn't supposed to
mentality.
know that.
Oh,
Shit.
no, Rev, no,
So-
actually, no.
Shit.
Rev,
God damn it. Someone tell Gil that we know where Sarah Avery is. She's living with Revelation News.
Rev, listen, I have in no way contacted any of my federal contacts to keep an eye on you.
Make sure you don't go crazy and crack out again in front of
Shut up, Irish.
Would you guys have them on the show?
Yeah.
We've offered.
We've offered, but you
Come
know how
on,
Shanny
Rev.
is. No, fuck Rev. That's a lie. Don't fuck Rev. But
I mean, well, if
Shanny
Shanny comes,
has
Rev's
a-
gonna come.
Shani has like basically an invite that if she wants to come on, she can come on. Like she never will use it, but she has like an open offer.
Mm-hmm.
This was his open offer, just so you know, not mine.
Yeah, but I offered to have Shani on so that we could do the episode about Shani and actually have Shani on the episode. But because we're recording it on Discord, she won't see the episode until after it comes out as a completed piece, and she'll be like, "Oh my god!" and then see that like, oh yeah, so we got your perspective, but then we got the perspective of these 50 other people.
Man, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
tell you
let's
like
say we
this:
weren't fair and balanced.
if you kiss their butt enough, maybe they'll let you go on their show
Yeah.
I've been on their
ask them
show.
questions, and then you could just.
I don't want to imagine her ass, Therese.
Okay, my
I've
bad.
se- You're the reason I saw her vagina nightmare.
Oh yeah.
He
No,
has an unhealthy obsession with Shani's private.
no, like back in the old server, what I used to do to people, I'd send them the Sexy for Christ, the Twitter page.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you'd send us the bath photo link. I literally, right, when we back in the early days of this, before we started the podcast, it was just like it was like mid-March. It was just when COVID was really like ramping up BlackGuyTV,
Mhm.
and my famous one of the things that really made the guys kind of one of the stories I told the guys they really warmed to me was whenever for one night I hopped in to the call because people kept asking me, hey, why aren't you calling? Why aren't you calling? Why aren't you calling? And it's because I was having sex with a guy, and I was in him, and then fucking Nightmare sent me the goddamn picture of Shanny the Christ in the bath, and it made my dick go soft so fast I couldn't have sex anymore.
Nightmare. Don't you ruin his sex like that.
I mean, well, to be fair, we proved that Irish was gay 100%.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Straight people don't fucking want to look at that.
You have a point.
I did not hit, or was it Ben or Wooney's friend that was the ginger?
That was me. That was mine.
So what do you think of Rev's body?
Rev looks like someone
And that baby carrot.
salad on the floor.
Irish, what about that baby carrot, though?
Anyone who puts a piercing anywhere near their dick deserves to be shot in the back of the head with the dick. Like, you need to have your dick amputated and then have that dick loaded into like a fucking blunderbuss and have that dick fired through the back of your skull. That is what anyone who gets a piercing in their dick. Like
Prince Albert.
The idea of it makes me want to not be alive.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is you don't like the crown. You don't like to have your head with the crown. I see.
And you have to remember, I'm in Ireland. Most of the heads I have what can only be described as a really high up jumper on them.
Yeah, one of the funnier things I found out was I don't know if any Irish. I know you watch wrestling. Therese, did you ever follow wrestling at all?
Yeah, I used to watch it when I was in high school, but I kind of like stopped. Like once like Stone Cold like broke his neck, and then like The Rock stopped going on. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know.
Okay, well, do you remember a guy by the name of A-Train?
A-Train. No.
Well, he was also known as Prince Albert.
Oh no, the bald dude, right? He was kind of big.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, Prince Albert. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now every time I hear that word, I either think of him or I think of Rev, and I hate myself for thinking of Rev.
Oh yeah. So you rather think of the big bear guy instead of Rev, huh?
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I get. Oh no, I'll give you that
Why
one.
don't you just look at good-looking penises with Prince Alberts to clear your mind of that?
Ben, I don't want to look at Prince Alberts at all.
That is literally my Friday nights. Don't you insult that practice?
Listen, man, you do you, but just know, if we're ever in the same hotel room together, your ass is sleeping on the couch.
What? Oh, what? In my fucking pajamas, my Prince Albert's gonna come out and fucking bang against you. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, but it might. Hey, you never know. My gay magnetism might be too strong and accidentally rip your dick off.
Yeah, the reason that Nightmare is actually really sensitive is because when he was a young boy, he accidentally got a magnet lodged up his asshole, and so he's afraid that if anyone with a Prince Albert comes around, they're accidentally gonna start.
That is headcanon for our podcast, Mark. That's part of our.
Actually, no, but my cousin got a Actually, no, but my cousin got a metal BB stuck in his toe. No, but like my older cousin. Yeah, no, my older cousin. Whenever he was probably like 10, he got shot in the big toe with a metal BB, and they never got it out.
Vouchers.
So now I can't put a magnet near his toe.
That is horrible.
Ow.
Also kind of cool.
Couldn't they just could they not have removed it?
It's South Carolina. Do you think that my aunt's really that fucking smart?
Why did you not take him to a fucking doctor?
We don't need no high city falutin medicine here. We'll just call him Shiny Foot.
We got pliers. We don't need no highfalutin doctor.
Here, drink this moonshine. You'll be fine.
And moonshine probably actually happened.
Speaking of Wetbury, and back to Rev. I like BlackGuyTV. I just don't get how, like, because Rev's not like Red's ugly, but he's not ugly like Shanny is. How, besides the very, I'm gonna say alleged, so the very obvious alleged domestic situation going on there.
It's confirmed. There's
Okay.
cam footage.
Okay, so the confirmed, Nightmare says the confirmed domestic situation there. How does he not just, he should have just ran away. And, she has her tubes tied. The kids aren't his kids. As soon as she dies, there's no way he's looking after those kids.
He could have kept most of his money.
Yeah, he could
but
be
you gotta
rich.
remember, he was a 30-something-year-old virgin until he met her, you know?
I think he shot low and he got stuck with someone who wouldn't let him go.
Exactly. See, that's why when you mess around when you're young, you learn from those behaviors. Okay, this woman ain't no good, or this chick ain't no good. So when you're in your 30s, when you run into a gold digger, if he had gotten him some during high school, that would have never happened. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently Shanny just posted a video.
And in the words of the great poet Kanye West,
oh God, please don't.
I'm not. But you get the song Gold Digger, you know.
Words of
you know.
Soldier Boy up in the hoe. Watch me crank it, watch me roll.
Superman that.
No.
I was watching a Nick Bravo video that had that in it today. That's really funny.
Remember when Soldier Boy sold the Soldier Game Boy? Or what was it? Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes, there's a flap.
It was literally just the fucking cheapest Chinese rip-off bullshit that was on the fucking market.
Yeah, would it be accurate to say his career is basically dead at this point? I mean, when was the last time you heard anything about Soldier Boy? Well, actually, I take that back. I remember Hopton dissing him 9 years ago.
No, he's dead. He's from a bygone era. Kanye West became the Soldier Boy.
No, but I remember, if anybody here knows who Hopson is, the rapper.
Yes. Yeah.
See, look, guys, Drees at least has some goddamn class. You guys don't. But,
Nightmare.
I remember in Sag My Pants, if you remember, he disses Soldier Boy. And then he did another song that's called High School Dropout, where he disses Soldier Boy. And ever since then, it was set to be released. Yeah, it was set to be released, but it never was. But ever since then, man, what the fuck happened to Soldier Boy? I'm almost 100% sure he's either dead or he's just he's pulling a Gary before Gary's relatives liked him. He's living in a cardboard box somewhere in New York City.
He went the way of Superfire.
He was in something. I heard some news, but I don't know if he had an interview or something recently. But yeah, he's still around. I'm pretty sure he made enough money off his couple of singles that that came out. He probably made enough money because he was hot at one point. Even though I know
for some reason.
Oh no! Even as a kid, I'm yeah, no, this is dog shit.
Everybody for some reason remember that Gangnam Style guy? You never heard nothing from him?
Yes,
I think he's still hot in Korea, but nothing over here.
Well, yeah, he was a one-hit wonder here.
Said his one hit literally broke YouTube's view counter at one point.
Yeah,
you remember that?
It was 2 billion views, wasn't it?
Crazy shit.
Yeah, 2.6 billion. And it was viewed so many times that YouTube could not keep up with it.
It's amazing how desperate we were for content back then, and still are now for your internet friends listening audience.
Hey, you have to remember, we also fucking made What Does the Fox Say and Flappy Bird go viral.
Yeah.
And the Harlem Shake.
Nowadays,
that one was funny, but the other ones were awful.
Nowadays,
what does the fox say? God, I hated that.
Nowadays, though, we only
BlackGuyTV in Ireland, it used to be a common occurrence, and it still is sometimes in country places. People who aren't from the country will go to stay in a hotel or stay somewhere in the countryside, and they'll hear horrible screaming sounds from the woods or from the fields, and they'll call the cops, or as they're called in the south, the guards, because they're called the Gardaí Síochána, which is Irish for like police force or something. I don't know what it actually means precisely, but the guards will just be like, "Hey, that's just two foxes fucking." You're just hearing a fox come. That's all you're hearing.
Don't you worry about it. Just another foxes fucking themselves. Don't you fucking worry.
And by the way, Tech9 is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Go fuck yourself if you disagree.
I forget the video, but I think I had recently watched it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was wow, what is wrong with me? It was the one I did last night with Burnt Toast, and we were watching Gman video, and you could hear like weird screams in the background. You just hear, "Ah!" I'm like, what was that?
I laughed my ass off when I heard that. I was thinking, is his family like, are they beating the shit out of each other? What's going on?
Yeah, so that kind of reminded me what you just told me about like, oh, that's those foxes or whatever. You just hear. Ah!
Gary just lives with a bunch of horny foxes.
Yeah, okay. No.
You know what? That's canon now.
Yeah,
that is
Add
canon.
that to the wiki.
That's canon.
Add it to the wiki. All right. So to conclude this episode, let's have our guests conclude the episode. Fucking put them on the spot.
Give us a little closing statement, BlackGuyTV.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, what really?
I'll do it. I got it. Okay, so
No, make him end the episode.
I got it. So, Drees, so do you want to tell the people where they can find you and all that? Your social media platforms.
Just literally, BlackGuyTV. You'll see my channel. If you like some of the stuff I've been saying tonight, I say even worse things on my show. And,
I can confirm.
Yeah, and my Twitter, pretty much anything, like even like my PlayStation and Xbox is the same thing. It's just X Mad Dragon, at Yahoo.
I'll add you.
I mean, not Yahoo, but Twitter, on PlayStation, Xbox, anything. If you want to add me, just X Mad.
Yeah, I'll add you actually right now.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Because okay, Ben, you can stop the recording now.
No, he still has to end the episode. Isn't that right, Black?
He just did.
No,
That was him ending the episode.
self-promotion. What he needs to do is he has to say like, "All right, well, this has been your internet friends," and then he lists all of our names and we say goodbye.
Should told me that first.
Well, fucking do it now.
We never.
Okay, guys. This
Don't
concludes your internet friends with BlackGuyTV. Have a nice day. Oh, hey, like, share, and subscribe right now. Do it now.
私ねトラックのやつで上手くなったんだよね